Welcome back! Today, we start learning a brand new set of characters as part of our second Yoyo Chinese character course. I'm so excited to share this with you, and I hope you're excited too. In this lesson, we are going to learn 3 useful characters that you will use often. Let's get started. Our first character is pronounced 之. It is a possessive article that means of and functions like the apostrophe s in English. If you look at the character for 之, it kind of looks like an apostrophe on top of a letter Z. This helps me remember how to write the character for 之 and helps me remember its meaning. Can you think of a way to link 之 with what it means? This is how 之 is written, stroke by stroke. Try to read this word out loud. 之前. Good. Now you know all of these characters. You probably remember that 前 means before. Let's look at an example. 我们之前见过. Let's break it down. 我们 means we. 之前 means before. 见过 means met. Altogether, this means we've met before. Let's read it together. 我们之前见过. Let's look at a similar phrase that uses 之. Read it with me. 之后. Good job! Remember from Yoyo 300 that 后 means after. Similar to how we use 之前 to show what comes before, we can use 之后 to show what comes after. Let's look at an example. 这儿8点之后不开. 8点之后 means after 8. 这儿 means this place, and 不开 means not open. When we put it all together, we get this place doesn't open after 8. Let's look at another phrase that uses 之. Read it with me. 除了之外. We first learned this phrase in this intermediate conversational series, and we will learn the character for 除 later on in this course. Let's read this example together. 除了中国之外，你还去过哪儿? This means, aside from China, where else have you been to? Okay, now let's move on to our second character. This character is pronounced 1. It is a unit of measurement that means 10,000. The character for 1 looks like a character we learned in Yoyo 300, 方, which means place or side. You can see that 1 is just 方without the dot on top. This is how 1 is written, stroke by stroke. Our first word that uses 1 is 1. It's a word that's best understood in context. So let's look at an example of how 1 is used. Read it with me. 我万万没想到. It means I absolutely did not think of. And you can substitute whatever outcome into the end of the sentence. In this specific phrase, 1 means absolutely. Speaking of, 万万没想到. Did you know that this is the name of a popular Chinese TV show? Now you can read all of these characters. See? Great job! Now, let's look at this character in another word. Please read it with me. 万一. Good. This word means just in case. The word literally breaks down to 1, 10,000, and 一, 1. 1 out of 10,000 is pretty small odds, but just in case, it's still good to be careful. Let's look at one last word for 1. Read it out loud with me. 万分. This phrase means extremely. You can use 万分 in 万分感谢, which is a very formal way of saying thank you. All right, now let's take a look at character number 3. Our last character for this lesson is Li. This is a character that's almost never used by itself. You will often see Li in compound words where it takes on different meanings. Li breaks down into 2 parts, 长 and Li. Do these parts look familiar? We learned the character Li, which means power or strength, in Yoyo 300. And you can see that 长 looks a lot like 广, which is a part of the character 应, which means should, and 店, which means store or shop. Great job remembering these characters. This is how Li is written, stroke by stroke. One word that uses Li is 学历. It means educational background. Since 学 means to study and 历 means experience, you can see how the combination of all your experiences in studying is your educational background. Makes sense, right? We also find this character in the word for background. Say it with me. 来历. Good job. You want to be careful with the word 来历. It means background in the sense of a person's background or record, and it tends to imply a shady background or record. Also, it does not mean background as in the background of a photograph. Let's look at another example. Can you read this one? That's right. 日历. 日 means the sun or day, and 历 means record. And if you think about it, a calendar is a record of each day, right? Let's use it in a sentence. Read it slowly with me. 我看日历了，周末是3号。Now, let's break it down. We have 我看日历了. I looked at the calendar. 周末, the weekend. 是3号 is on the 3rd. Let's put it back together. Say it with me. 我看日历了，周末是3号。Great work! zhi, 万 li. Okay, that's the end of this lesson. Thank you for doing an awesome job today. We have a lot more to learn in Yoyo 300 Part 2. So stay tuned and I'll see you next time. This lesson was from our Chinese character course 2. In it, I'll teach you the most common Chinese characters 300 to 600. The first few units of the course are free on our website, yoyochinese.com. So sign up and see how our building block approach makes learning characters easy and fun. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.